Okay, so now let's try combining all of the laws of exponent that we have learned. So let's have our first example. We have here 12x raised to negative 2, y raised to 3, all over 2y raised to negative 5, x raised to 4. Okay, so to do this, let's start first with the coefficient. And we have here 12 and 2. And take note that 12 divided by 2 is 6, right? Or in other explanation, maybe you can consider that 12 and 2, they have a common factor of 2, right? And when we divide 12 by 2, we'll have here 6. And then when we divide 2 by 2, we'll have 1. So to further explain this one, maybe let's use first 6 here and then 1 there. Okay, so that you won't be confused. Now let's go with the variables. As you can see, we have here a negative exponent, okay? And negative exponent. And what do we do again with negative exponent to make it positive? We just bring it in the other side. So the x raised to negative 2 here, that will become x raised to 2 in the denominator. And the y raised to negative 5 here, when we put that 1 in the numerator, that will become y raised to 5. So to further explain this, now we'll have 6, we have 0 y raised to 3, and then the other y raised to 5. See, the negative 5 exponent below became positive in the numerator. Now we still have x raised to 4 here, and then we still have the x raised to negative 2 from the numerator, that now will become x raised to 2. Okay, so now we will have 6y raised to 3, y raised to 5, all over 1x raised to 4, x raised to 2. But since we have only 1, and again, any expression or number or values multiplied with 1 is just the number or the expression itself, right? So you can just actually like somehow just disregard the 1 here, okay? So what will happen now, this will become 6y raised to 3, y raised to 5, all over x raised to 4, x raised to 2. And take note that this means multiplication, right? When you see two consecutive variable, that means multiplication. So this is 6 times y raised to 3 times y raised to 5, and then x raised to 4 times x raised to 2. And this, we will apply the product rule. And product rule of exponent, what do we do again? We just add the exponent. So this will become 6y raised to 3 plus 5 all over x raised to 4 plus 2. And our answer will be 6y raised to 8 all over x raised to 6. That one. Okay. Raised to 6. Okay. And this is our final answer for the first example. Now, let's continue. So again, we have their coefficients. We have 20 and then 15. Okay. And take note that 20 and 15, they have common factor, right? And that is 5. So when we divide 20 by 5, we'll have here 4. When we divide 15 by 5, we'll have here 3. So we will copy right away the two coefficients, and we have 4 and 3. Okay. Now let's proceed. And in the next example, we have here a negative exponent. So what do we do again? We just bring it in the other side, right? So now you'll have 4x raised to 5, y raised to 2, and then what else? The y raised to negative 4 below will now on the numerator, y raised to 4, and then 3x here. Okay, I hope you can still follow. Continue. Now, well actually, you can see here that we have x raised to 5 in the numerator, and x, only x, in the denominator. So in this one, we can actually apply here the what we call quotient rule. Okay, and in quotient rule, what do we do in quotient rule? We subtract exponent. I will just copy first the two coefficients. We have here 4, we have 3. What will happen? This will become x raised to 5 minus 1. Okay, now you might ask, sir, where did 1 came from? Please take note that any variable, let's say x here, they have always an exponent of 1. And any number, right, or value or exponent raised to 1 is just the number or value or expression itself. So that's why we have here 1, okay, imaginary 1. Anyway, continuing with y, so we have here y raised to 2 multiply with y raised to 4, and that is product rule. And what do we do in product rule? We just add exponents. That's why our answer here should be what? 4, there's there, and then x raised to 4, y raised to 6. And this is already our final answer. As simple as that. Next. Now what if we have this? We have here the quantity raised minus 4 raised to 4, and then multiply with 2 raised to negative 7 plus the quantity of 8 plus 2314. Okay, so please take note that here we will be applying already, we'll be applying the something we've learned about PEMDAS. Okay, and in PEMDAS, what does it mean? So we go first with parentheses, exponent, multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. So let's go first with exponents. So here we have, inside the exponent, we have here 6 minus 4, and that is obviously 2. And then we'll put the 4. Okay, multiply with 2 to what? Raised to negative 7. And then what else do we have? We have here plus. Okay, please take note that this whole quantity, even though whatever the sum would be, since the whole quantity is being raised to 0, to the power of 0, please remember that any number, right, except from 0 is just equal to 1. Okay, let's continue. So this is going to be what? This is product rule, right? Because we will multiply two expressions or exponential terms with similar base. We have here 2 and 2. And again, in product rule, what do? We just add exponents. So this will become 2 raised to 4 plus negative 7, okay, plus 1, okay. And take note that this will become what? What's 2 raised to 4 plus negative 7? What is 4 plus negative 7? Okay, so in adding positive and negative numbers, I actually have some other ways or explanation for this, but of course, this is going to be what? 2 raised to negative 3, okay, and then plus 1. Yep, we can still value that, okay. But sir, we still have here, what happened here? We have a negative exponent. So what do we do with that? That will become 1 over 2 raised to 3 plus 1. Okay, I hope this one is still clear. And then what is 1 over 2 raised to 3? Obviously, that is what? 1 over 8 and then plus 1. And how do we add this? This is also the same as 1 and 1 8, right? But anyway, to do this, what I will do is I'm going to use maybe um, I'm going to transform that 1 in a way that it will have a denominator of 8. How, sir? This will become 1 over 8 plus 8 over 8. Sir, why 8 over 8? Where did it came from? Because 8 over 8 is also 1, this one here. So we have now common denominator. Just copy the denominator and add the numerator. So this is going to be our answer, 9 over 8. Next one. What if we have here the quantity 4 squared cube and then all over 4 squared? So how do we do this? So first thing, we have here 2 powers, right? 2 powers here. So we will apply the power rule. And in power rule, what do we do in power rule again? We just multiply the exponents. This is 4 raised to 2 times 3 all over 4. Okay, continue. What is 2 times 3? Obviously that is 6, so this is going to be 4 raised to 6 over 4 raised to 2, right? So this will become, okay, now a division, 4 raised to 6 divided by 4 raised to 2. Again, this is division, so we will use quotient rule. And what do we do in quotient rule again? We just subtract exponents. And now, this is going to be equal to 4 raised to 4. And 4 raised to 4, what is that? It's going to be 4 times 4 is 16, right? So 16 times 16 is 256. So it's going to be our final answer. Okay, next one. We have here the quantity 6 minus 1 raised to 2 and the whole quantity raised to 2 all over the quantity 3 plus 2 cube. So how do we do this again? First thing, still we just follow the PEMDAS, right? So we go first with the one inside the parenthesis. So this will become, what is 6 minus 1? 5, and then that is, oops, that is raised to 2, and then we raise again with another power of 2. Okay, all over, what's 3 plus 2? Obviously that's 5, and then raised to 3. I guess this is somewhat the same with the previous example as well. So again, this is going to be power rule, right? Power rule. And we have here 2 and 2. What's 2 times 2? That's 2 times 2. It's going to be 5 raised to 4. And then, sorry, maybe I'll just put here first 2 times 2 so that you won't be confused. Okay, over 5 raised to 3. And now, going back, what again is 2 times 2? It's going to be 5 raised to 4 divided by 5 raised to 3. And again, what will happen now? This will become quotient rule, right? Because we're going to divide, so we apply the quotient rule. And again, in quotient rule, what do we do in quotient rule? We just subtract the exponents. This is going to become 5 raised to 4 minus 3. And what is 4 minus 3? That is obviously 1. It's going to be 5 raised to 1. Again, take note of the first power rule, okay? That any number raised to 1 is just equal to the number itself. Okay, I hope we're still good. And the last example, okay. So again, just remember the PEMDAS. Okay, parenthesis first. It's going to be 10 minus 6 is 4. So this is minus 4 cube times 4 raised to negative 5. Okay. On the other hand, this one, you have your power rule, right? We have two exponents here. So 2 times, okay, wait a minute. So this is going to be 2 raised to 2 times 3, right? Again, power rule. We will multiply exponents. Okay. So we have now 2 raised to 2 times 3 minus 4 raised to 3 times 4 raised to negative 5. Okay. And then this is going to be, what is 2 raised to 6? Sorry, this is going to be 2 raised to 6 and then minus, okay. This whole thing here, this is interconsecutive, right? And also they have a number. We have a dot here and this means multiplication. Again, we're going to multiply 4 raised to 3 and 4 raised to negative 5. And what do we do in multiplication again? I mean, what do we use? Of course, we use the product rule. Just copy the base and then we add the exponents. It's going to be 3 plus negative 5. Okay, so now this is going to be what? What is 2 raised to 6? 2 raised to 6 is what? Because 2 times 2 is 64 times 2 is 8. So 2 raised to 3 is 8. And 8 times 8 is 64. So this is going to be 64 minus What is 3 plus negative 5? It's going to be 4 raised to negative 2, right? Okay, so now this will become what? 64 minus what is, okay, please take note, negative exponent. So this will become 64 minus 1 over 4 squared. Okay, so now this will become 64 minus, what is 4 squared again? Is that 16? Okay, this is going to be 1 over 16. Okay, actually, this number is kind of big. Okay, however, please take note that we still have to, what do you call this, subtract this. So to do this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to think that 64. Okay, I'm going to take away 1 from 64 because I'm going to get the 1 over 16 from there. So 64, I'm going to remove 1, so I still have 63. And then from 1 I can make 16 over 16. Okay, now I'm going to deduct 16 over 16 by 1 over 16. And this is going to be 15 over 16, right? Okay, so we have now 15 over 16. But take note that we still have the 63 here. So our answer should be 63 and 15 over 16. That is our final answer. And I hope that is something clear. Thank you.